Welcome to Spooky Songcast. I'm your host, Kristen Ford. Have you ever had one of those dreams where you start your day and you brush your teeth and you get dressed and walk out the door and start riding the bus or whatever, and then you wake up and you're in bed and the whole thing had been a dream? Or have you ever had a dream where you're having your most stressful day at work over and over? I had a recurring nightmare for a while that it was like a really big show, like Ed Sheeran stadium, and I couldn't find the entrance, or I would get caught up in conversation and I couldn't get over there. I don't know. Somebody can interpret that however they want, but when I was a little kid, sometimes I would have recurring nightmares about spiders. Others, it's running up the stairs, someone chasing them, a bear coming for you. People had a lot of dreams about Trump. Whew. He got right in there, huh? Dreaming about that clown. Clowns are terrifying. Dreams can be a lot of things. Sometimes it feels like a dream when you want to go after something and no one else can see it for you. Whether that's the kind of body that you want to be in, or the kind of way you want to earn your living, or the kind of space you want to take up. People just don't see it for you. And these tiny micro, not aggressions, but closed doors where they could be open. Or maybe for other people, maybe for another demographic, or for another wealth tax bracket, or for another something that you ain't got. It would be a different situation. It can make you feel like you're dreaming. Alan Watts talks about if you could control your dreams and you could dream forever, that first it would be these crazy parties and it would just be fun and you just eat meals and you'd go dancing, and then you get kind of bored. And I'm paraphrasing the great Alan Watts, but yeah, eventually you'd get a little bit bored with that, so you'd want there to be maybe a spy element or some action. And then you might even get tired of that if you could never actually get hurt. So then wouldn't you wind up with something a little bit like life? Where you can dream whatever you want. And there it is. I've looked into whether this is a simulation. And by looked into, I mean I've seen some films and I have watched some YouTube videos that I think are fairly scientific in nature. But it's statistically more likely that this is all a simulation than that it's the real thing. Because I don't know if you've ever done that virtual reality stuff where you get in the chair that moves and you put on the goggles and you're wearing things on your hands, and all of a sudden the floor drops out, right? And you feel your stomach drop. And if you can manipulate emotions like that, maybe there is some Matrix shit going on, or maybe we're just players in somebody's Sims game and they just pause the game and go get a pizza at the door, and you don't even know, you just paused. You're like, that's weird, I had deja vu for a second there. Or that's weird, I walked into this room and I forgot why I walked in there. What if the game just got restarted? We'll never know. But I do find it hopeful that if the whole thing is a dream, then you can dream whatever you want. I think. I don't know, you ever had a really, really amazing dream? And then when you wake up, you're like, no, try to get back into it. I try to teach myself to lucid dream. I don't think I've ever really been successful, but sometimes it has been a comfort when I've realized, like, I'll have a crazy dream, but then I'll realize, oh, I'm dreaming this. It's a dream. Anyway, talking a lot about dreams. But I think that could be pretty spooky. What if this is all just like a video game? That's crazy. Or what if this is somebody's like acid trip where they were like, I had this crazy trip. And that's like our whole lives. What can we do about that? I was having an argument, not really an argument, but a delightful post-dinner wine-fueled conversation about gun rights in America. And, you know, the First Amendment's pretty great, freedom of speech. Then the Second Amendment, there it is, the guns. And my friend's like, 1 and 2. And I'm like, yeah, but they made that shit up. They made all of it up at one point in time. We could make something else up. Like, I think it's so absurd that... You ever been to South Dakota? You ever been to North Dakota? They get 4 senators. I mean, come on. 4 out of 50, that's like almost 10%. I'm no math genius, but... doesn't make sense for North and South Dakota. I mean, I'm sorry, Sioux Falls. I fucking love you guys, but... that's some horse shit. Anyway, if it's all a dream, I think we can dream whatever we want. And sometimes it's really cool when you have a thought and it turns into a thing. When you have a thought and then there it is. Maybe it's something like, I want to be happy. Someday I'm going to be happy. You know, like you feel it when you're not in that place. And then to look around and you're like, oh yeah, I'm here now. That's fucking cool. So if you're thinking this job, nah. This relationship, nah. This physical fitness, I don't know. What if it's all just like a dream you're stuck in and you keep dreaming? And you can flip the switch at any time. At any time. Because what if we are all just avatars in somebody's game and we're just trying to like get points, get added skills, get a Tesla, power up, get a new guitar, your musical potential, up it goes. Anyway, we may never know if this is reality or if this is simulation. We may never know if we're awake or if we're dreaming. But it's always changing, right? So we might as well enjoy the moment, enjoy the ride, enjoy the dream. Don't be just sleepwalking. Because I'm a girl sleepwalking in some white man's dream.